Well, after the session I just finished, I'm pretty exhausted, but I feel ready. I'm ready to go. It's been a long camp, and I've prepared really well, and it's time to put the work in for sure. It was definitely more focused than a lot of my previous camps. It's a big fight, and the team really rallied around me, and my coaches really had an idea of what they wanted to work on, and they made it very specific to my body style and my type of fight. So it was really organized as to where a lot of my other camps have been. You kind of come in, get the work in, and just hope for the best results. But this time we game planned and we studied really well, and I feel like this is going to be my best performance coming out. I mean, I really feel like it could be life-changing. I've put a lot of energy into this camp, knowing that if I can go out there and put on a solid performance, show that I can draw a crowd, it could possibly lead to a multi-fight contract. Obviously, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm prepared for any outcome, and if it doesn't happen, I'm ready to go and continue fighting for other organizations. But I really feel like this could be the one that changes everything for me. And if it doesn't, then so be it. But I'm still working towards that ultimate goal of forgetting the normal life and really dedicating myself to this for as long as I can. So if it does come to fruition where they do offer me a multi-fight contract after this, then that'll be almost a dream come true. You know, they've offered me a fight before. I've had to turn them down a couple times due to just life kind of being in the way. But this time I knew that it was adamant for me to go ahead and take the opportunity and make the most of it. You know, there's only so many chances you get before they skip you up. So the emotions were real on this one. You know, I've dreamed of this for a long time, and to finally have it coming to reality is huge for me. It only vindicates what I've always felt about myself, and that's that I'm a very good talent and that I can go out there and perform at a high level. And to actually even have Bellator have an eye on me is a credit in itself. You know, they don't just pull anybody. So for them to have an eye out for me for quite a while just makes me feel like they may be really interested in what I can do. So the emotion is to go out there and perform to my best and leave it all in the cage. I think it's a really good matchup. I think it's probably going to be my toughest fight. I've studied Nick a little bit. I've watched some of his fights. I'm a little aware of what he's capable of. But who knows how much he's grown in the time frame from his last fight to now. So I'm coming in almost as an open cup of water. You know, I'm just ready to see where it flows. I expect him to have a game plan and to stick to it. He's a smart fighter. But I've said it previously, I'm going to be his toughest opponent, without a doubt, and I'm ready to bring it to him. So I know he's going to be well prepared, so we're going to put on a good show for the crowd. Yeah, absolutely. But he comes from a very solid camp as well. And I'm sure, even though at amateur you're not able to use it, I'm sure that was part of their game plan. And he's probably been utilizing those tools for quite a while in his training. So I don't doubt that he's been working extra hard and that he's aware of, you know, the level up of what we can use as far as weapons and techniques. So I think he's going to be ready for sure. And as far as my experience, you know, like you said, it wasn't a long fight, 29 seconds. You know, I didn't even get to build up a sweat. I sweat more in the back than I did in the fight, you know. So I don't think it makes much of a difference. I still feel almost as this is amateur level just because it's so young in my pro career. So I think once I get into a couple solid wars and I get to really utilize those new tool sets, I think that's when it'll really kick in and I'll really get that feel that I've been missing. But I'm ready for it, and I'm ready to use those tools. I train with them all the time, so it's going to be a good one for sure.
This one will be a little more personal. I mean, if you don't want to answer it at all.
No, go ahead. I'm an open book.
Yeah, but I mean, you've had, over this past, like, since even before your last fight turning pro, and we talked about it last time, like, it's been a lot on you. It's been a lot on family. You just had a child. You're expecting another one. Congratulations
Thank you.
on that, by the way.
Thank you.
I forgot to mention that to you, but what has it meant to have your camp kind of tie in, pull together, and ride behind you, like you said earlier, when you have, like, you had, for example, your dogs were sick, one was very sick, and then there's a big burden on your wife back at home. You have another child on the way, you have one child already. So what has it meant to have such an amazing camp where everyone's behind you?
My team's my family. It hasn't been easy, you know, but that doesn't matter when it comes to the fight. To me, it's only more motivation to make this happen. Dealing with it every day can be tough just because it's there, it's raw, it's real. And my wife means everything to me, my son means everything, my dogs mean everything to me, but you know, seeing how my team rallies behind me, it gives me that extra push that, you know, things will work out regardless. And I think being in that cage is going to allow me to just vent that out. I've always been an emotional person, so it's nothing new to me. A lot of people say that can actually kind of hold you back, you know, when you fight with emotion. But I mean, I'm the only boy out of 5 kids, and I've always been a defender of a sense. I've always had to protect either my sisters or, you know, anyone in my family, and just to be able to release that emotion is almost like an escape for me. I get to go in that cage and just forget about it all for a moment and just live. That's my time to live in that cage, and I plan on going out there and just releasing everything, all this emotion, all the expectations, all the ups and downs that I've been through are all going to culminate to this one moment. So it's a drive for me. You know, I don't allow it to depress me or give me too much anxiety. It's almost like it's just building that urge in me to be more successful, because I know if I can be more successful, I can provide better and I can do better for my family. So all this is just, it's almost like the storm before the sunshine, before the rainbow, you know? And I'm not afraid to dance in the rain. So I'm ready for this, for sure. And I'm telling you, they're going to see the best of me in there, without a doubt.
Definitely. Awesome. So we'll end it here. Do you have any final thoughts? Anyone you want to thank? Any shout outs that you can give? Go right ahead.
Oh man, there's a ton of people to thank. First off, my team. Everyone who's been with me from the very beginning, all my coaches who've put time into me, Coach Muhammad Lemjardine, Coach Rob Cipriano, Coach Adam Arterberry, all my teammates, Angelo, Phoenix, Dan, Will, all the young up-and-comers, everyone who's literally just taken time out of their own personal lives to come here and push me and then bring the best out of me. My wife, my rock, the person who holds me down the most, she's probably the most important factor in all of this. I do this for us, and I've said it previously, I'm not going to stop until the wheels fall off. There's no quit in me, and it's going to take a lot to knock me off my horse. Obviously, there's always setbacks, there's always times where you have to kind of reserve yourself a little bit. I always use those as times of growth, and just working on those little deficits that I have in my game, the weaknesses, and tightening them all up. So everything's meant for a reason, and there's always a purpose behind it all. But it wouldn't be worth half of it if I didn't have everyone behind me like they do. I also want to thank all the people who come out and support me, my fans, everyone who's been reaching out. This has been one of the most overwhelming camps as far as support that I think I've had. I've had people come from all over the place, even to back in my Army days, guys reaching out that I haven't spoke to in 7-8 years, who have finally seen what I've been able to accomplish, and they've reached out, and you know, they want to come out and show support. So I just want to thank everybody. They give me that energy to push a little bit harder all the time. So thank you. I love everyone, and let's make this thing happen.